Hello again, this is Greg. I'm the owner of Transbay Metal Detectors, and I watched the video I just completed on the Compass Coin Magnum, and maybe I didn't make this clear about this detector, but it is in about the 1980s, it was the only detector that could ground balance and discriminate without motion. And what that means is, like today's detectors, you need some left to right motion in order for the motion filters to compensate to the ground and yet hear the target. And a shout out to Merrill at New York Metal Detecting. He found out a couple of basic things I teach about ground balancing and auto tracking. I wish you'd give me a call. I have 2 messages so I can straighten him out on a few things. But anyway, getting back to the coin magnet, the coin magnum, I can demonstrate the criticalness of ground balancing. Now, I'm using an old Jimmy Sierra black sand puck. It's not too deep, but it's very conductive. And I haven't quite tuned the coin magnum to balance this out. So as I approach the loop and I pull it away, hear the nulling? That's what hot mineral does. It nulls and therefore it can mask. Now, this is a little BB to represent a gold nugget. Very small. Now watch. Hear that? But if I place this on the black sand puck, you're not going to hear it. So it is imperative with any make and model that you have, whether it's old or retro like this one is. This isn't actually retro. This is retro is a bad terminology. It's a retro look back into the 1980s, 1970s on what was out there. But you can see that the negative, when you're off balance, you're not going to hear that. And even if I balance this out, which I'm going to try to do now. So we're going to raise the ground tune up. Still a little negative. Let's raise it up some more. It's tough to do this and photograph. Now we've gone to a positive. And that can mask a target too, positively. So we want to back it off a little bit. We're right in the ballpark. You notice that the signal from this puck is creating the coin magnum to say iron. But that's okay. It's doing what it's supposed to do. Now it's just about, to me, when it starts going, uh-oh, hear that uh-oh? We're just about perfect, and that's it. If I wanted to balance this out even more, then if Compass made it, which they didn't at this time, they made a triplanar. The original coin magnum had a triplanar, which Alan told me was like a stacked coil. But you'd have to go to a wide scan coil. If they built a wide scan, that would further smooth out this black sand anomaly. So even I'll put this BB on. Try not to touch it. Okay, so I'm just touching the cap. I'm starting to get something, believe it or not. I'm surprised. But see, that's what good ground balancing does. It enables you to neutralize what I call ground noise or ground reactivity, so you can hear those, little bump ups in your magnetic field deeper. If I take a bigger ring, I'm not sure what this was. See how it comes through the noise of the ground, or in this case the black sand? But it's still giving me a negative. So that would mean I don't want to, in high mineral, turn on audio discrimination with this unit, because you're not going to hear the target. Because the black sand is bridging now. That's a technical term that a lot of the engineers use. This black sand is bridging to the target and making it sound like it's a ferrous anomaly, which it isn't. So ground can have a tricky effect on all your targets. And I know Merrill at New York Metal Detectors, I enjoy his videos. I was trying to get him, I left a message with his wife to have him call me so I could explain some things about that he was talking about, because he is a man that is hungry for knowledge, and he went a couple of years without knowing any better, and now he hooked up with a guy that knows what he's talking about out there in that New York park, and he's realized some of his mistakes. Well, you know, metal detecting is not just turning it on going. It's a learning. It's a learning. It's like an education, and in order to be successful, you got to put together the parts of the puzzle, and that's all I have to say. So, this is part 2 on the Coin Magnum, and thank you very much. I'm not going to tell you to ring the bell and subscribe. You can do that on Merrill's channel. I don't really care. See you later.